You've seen the headlines: rent freezes, tax reform, and a new mayor shaking up City Hall. But beneath the noise, New York's real estate market is quietly reloading for its next big cycle. The question isn't if it moves again, it's how fast. Coming up in this video, what the new mayor's housing plan really means for the market, how high mortgage rates have frozen supply and demand, and finally, which neighborhoods are best positioned for a 2026 rebound. When Zoran Mamdani took office, his message was clear: housing first. His proposed rent freeze affects roughly 1 million rent-stabilized units and about a third of the city's rentals. But it doesn't touch luxury or free market apartments. Symbolically though, it's powerful. It's about sentiment more than statistics. He's talked about property tax reform, which could reshape fairness long term, but it still needs state approval in Albany, meaning it could take years, not months. And while his millionaire's tax faces stiff resistance, it reinforces the tone of City Hall, one focused on equity and affordability. Expect plenty of policy headlines, but the real change will move slowly. For now, the biggest market mover isn't politics, it's borrowing costs. At the end of 2025, the average 30-year mortgage rate hovered around 6.2%. That's nearly double of the 2021 levels. About 70% of homeowners are locked into rates well below 5%, creating a kind of rate lock gridlock. It's not that people don't want to move, it's that they can't afford to. Nationally, only 2.8% of homes changed hands in 2025. In New York, that's roughly 10 homes for every 1,000 homes. Affordability crushed one side, supply froze the other. This isn't a crash, it's a stalemate, but 2026 could shift that balance. Economists forecast rates easing into the 5% range if inflation cools. And Jerome Powell, the chair of the Federal Reserve, has his term ending mid-year 2026, an event that could speed that up depending on policy direction. Even a 1-point drop in rates restores nearly 10% of more buying power. That's enough to kickstart demand quickly. If that happens, New York's rebound won't be gradual. It'll be sharp and competitive. Still, the question everyone's asking: why haven't prices fallen? Well, because the market isn't weak, it's actually stopped. Sellers are clinging to their low-rate loans. Buyers are waiting for lower rates so their monthly costs make sense. The result is record low inventory, flat prices, and a quiet correction by inactivity rather than panic. Manhattan median prices are steady, but 1 in 3 condo resales closed at a loss between 2024 and 2025. That's a stalemate, not a sell-off. The city feels frozen, but beneath the surface, pressure is building. And that's where savvy players are finding openings. In the resale market, stale is the new smart. Withdrawn or long-sitting listings are trading for 4 to 10% below their last asking prices. Off-market outreach and quick decisions are winning deals others never even see, especially for cash buyers and investors. In new developments, inventory is at a 10-year low. It's around 3,600 unsold units. Developers prefer quiet incentives rather than public price cuts. Things like transfer tax credits, closing cost concessions, and mortgage buydowns. The financial district holds about 20% of these remaining units, making it one of the most opportunity-rich areas. For sellers, it's simple: price for today and move on, or hold for tomorrow's thaw. When rates ease, demand will roar back, and it'll happen fast. Kiss Bay is quietly rising on the strength of its $1.6 billion Spark Life Sciences campus, which will bring thousands of jobs in healthcare and biotech right into the neighborhood. That kind of long-term investment tends to lift local housing demand, especially for professionals who want to live near work. Prices here are still lower than neighboring Gramercy or Murray Hill. a rare gap in Manhattan that could close fast as development accelerates. After a few soft years, the far west side is showing new life. The area's massive office and retail developments like Hudson Yards and Manhattan West are finally filling up with new restaurants, hotels, and public spaces which are giving it real neighborhood energy. Expect a second wave of buyer confidence as rates fall and high-end demand returns, particularly among international and corporate buyers who prefer newer amenity-rich buildings. Hudson Square has quietly become one of Manhattan's most interesting mixed-use neighborhoods. It's anchored by Google's St. John's Terminal campus and Disney's new headquarters at 4 Hudson Square, turning what was once an industrial zone into a tech media hub. That combination, jobs, prestige, and a limited number of condos, makes it a solid long-term appreciation play, especially for buyers priced out of Tribeca or Soho. Just south of Prospect Park, neighborhoods like Prospect Lefferts Garden, Flatbush, and Kensington have become the affordable alternative to Park Slope. Brownstones, tree-lined streets, and easy subway access are drawing in buyers who want space without leaving Brooklyn. Forecasts suggest a 5 to 8% annual gain in select pockets as infrastructure improves and the Interborough Express, a proposal transit line connecting Brooklyn and Queens, moves forward. Astoria's waterfront is booming again. New mixed-use projects like Hallett's Point are bringing parks, shops, and thousands of new residents to the East River edge. It's a quick commute to Midtown Manhattan. It has a vibrant dining scene and still reasonable prices, which make it one of the few New York City neighborhoods where value, lifestyle, and location align. The South Bronx waterfront is fast becoming the city's next frontier. Mott Haven, just one subway stop from Manhattan, is seeing a surge of new rental and condo developments, galleries, and restaurants. It's still early, but investors and first-time buyers are eyeing the area for its long-term upside, one of the few places where you can still buy with real appreciation potential. Each cycle has its early movers, the places that heat up before the headlines do. Those who spot them first tend to win big. Beyond that, the skyline itself is transforming. In 2025 alone, more than 4 million square feet of office spaces were converted into housing. That's roughly 17,000 new units, mostly rentals. Midtown South and the Financial District are turning them from 5 o'clock ghost towns into 24/7 neighborhoods. It's not just more housing, it's a quiet rebirth of the city's core. As 2025 winds down, the story of New York real estate isn't about collapse, it's about compression. High rates, low supply, and cautious buyers. But every time the city pauses, it doesn't just recover, it rebounds with speed. If you're a buyer, use this lull to find value before the rush. And if you're a seller, price for today's market or time your rebound carefully. Because when the thaw begins, it'll move faster than anyone expects. You can freeze transactions, but you can't freeze New York. 2026 looks like the thaw we've been waiting for. And if you want to see why New York remains the #1 long-term market for real estate investors, no matter what's happening in the short term, click right here to watch my next video, why New York City is the #1 market for real estate investors. Because while the headlines chase the moment, the smart money always looks ahead.